Surfing session 265, 3 years into my surfing journey. I got a new winter wetsuit for Christmas. Thank you to my wife and daughter for this awesome Christmas gift. It's the men's Drylock X 5.4mm hooded full wetsuit. It'll supplement my 2-year-old Patagonia R4 wetsuit. Features of this new Xcel wetsuit include a watertight construction for warmth, comfort, and performance. It's got 5.4 thickness, which means 5mm in the body and 4mm in your arms and legs. It uses different types of materials and fibers in its outer layer and inner layers to keep your body and limbs very warm and stay flexible. The different materials inside and outside combine to put the warmth and flexibility where you need them the most. It's got a stitch-free power seam technology, a 100% waterproof zipper system, and a Drylock wrist seals that all combine to keep the water out. Like Patagonia, it also tries to be eco-conscious about the environment with its wetsuits. It uses limestone-based neoprene and includes recycled material in it. It uses carbon black material. It also uses water-based glue. I believe the company is also going to try to find a neoprene substitute in the future, like the Ulex for Patagonia. This suit is comparable in price to the Patagonia wetsuit I also have. They were expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but based on the number of uses I've gotten out of them, the cold weather here in Boston as well, I believe that they are worth it. Conditions in this video were not ideal as the water was fairly dirty from a recent rainstorm and the waves were closing out quickly. But I'm showing you a lot of short rides and wipeouts in this video. I got to try the wetsuit regardless, and it was great. It felt very warm and I had no issues surfing for an hour with the water and air temperatures in the low 40s in the Boston area. The wetsuit felt very flexible too, and I was able to easily paddle in, pop up, and ride on the board. The inside texture of the wetsuit with the different colors and materials also felt very comfortable to my skin, which was awesome. More importantly, I felt that the wetsuit was very watertight. After letting in the first layer of water, the wetsuit felt like it kept the warm water in and the cold water out really well. In comparison with my other wetsuits, I would normally come home with a lot of seaweed sneaking in their way into the wetsuit when there's a lot of seaweed in the ocean, but in this wetsuit, that was not the case. I hardly had any seaweed sneaking in, which is awesome. This is me peeing in my wetsuit. I hope that the pee does not weaken the water-based glue that is holding this wetsuit together. I'm just kidding. One of my viewers suggested that I add a little humor to my surfing videos, which I thought was a great idea. She gave me an example of how her uncle, he had told her that there are only 2 types of people. Ones that pee in their wetsuits and others that lie about it. Well, I can tell you I've never peed in any of my wetsuits, and I've had 4 or 5 of them. I will supplement this wetsuit. I will use this wetsuit to supplement my Patagonia R4 wetsuit. I've had that wetsuit for over 2 years now, but used it over 150 times. It's a great wetsuit, very warm and flexible. In addition, that Patagonia wetsuit has an eco-conscious positioning using a special material called Ulex, which is supposed to be better for the environment than traditional neoprene. However, after so many uses with it, the seam around the crotch area started failing on me. Maybe it's all the pee, I don't know. Also, due to supply chain issues, my wife had gotten me the medium size in short rather than regular length. So it's a little short for me, and I was always running around like there was a flood in here, like you had to pull your pants up. Otherwise it's been great. I want to send this wetsuit into Patagonia for a repair, but I did not want to be without another winter wetsuit during the winter. So I dropped a lot of hints to my wife. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please click like, comment, or subscribe. This is part of my surfing progression playlist on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.